So do you have a curly beard, a straight beard, a wavy beard, some combination? I dare say that most guys say that they would have some sort of combination and can fall somewhere in between a really, really super dense curly beard and then a really super straight beard that looks almost like head hair. I've seen both cases, but most of us fall somewhere in between. And today we're going to talk specifically about wavy beards and maybe the best styles for wavy beards. If you did not notice, I have a wavy beard. As soon as I get to about right here, you can see the waves to it. So we're going to talk about maybe the best style suited for that and kind of reflect on my journey about where I've been for the past 4 years and where I'm at currently and where I might want to go in the future. So welcome, guys. My name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. I appreciate you joining me. So I remember when I was growing out my beard, I guess it was about maybe in month 3, I started to notice it's like, why is my hair clumping? Why is my hair clumping together? It was the forming of these waves. So most guys, I would say that their beard is a little bit more wavy and curly than their head hair. That's usually the way it goes. So my head hair, when I had more of it, relatively straight, but I always kept it kind of short. Once I got it to, once I got a little bit longer, it would start to do this kind of wave thing. And I noticed that's what my beard did too. So there's 2 ways you can offset the waves. I remember being in a salon or something when I was a kid. That might have been one with my mother or something. And the lady came in and she said, "Yeah, can you cut the curl out of my hair?" She went back, we always want something we didn't have. She wanted straighter hair. Well, you can do that, but you got to go really short. So a little bit easier to go shorter with a beard than it would be for ladies' hair for most women. So you've got some ways you can offset it. Yes, you can keep it short. You can keep it like a clipper beard, but also you can taper the sideburns, and you basically figure out where you want to, how far down you need to taper. And it's going to be a lot of trial and error. I'll always suggest for guys to experiment around its hair. It grows back. You kind of figure out what you like and what you don't, but you have to kind of analyze stuff. I think too many guys just kind of, they don't really do an in-depth analysis and kind of reflection, self-reflection on their beards. They just kind of, whatever they've got, they just rock with it, right? They just put in the oil and butter and they kind of let their beard overgrow sometimes, or they're just used to using a clipper guard over it and just keeping the whole thing the same length, which would really offset the waves, right? If you kept it a short length, you keep your beard less than about a ½ an inch or less, you're not going to have to worry about waves. But as soon as you get longer than that, you will start to notice waves potentially if you have them like I do. And you have to figure out how you want to style your beard, what style or shape you want to keep. I think for wavy beards, there's kind of the best 2 things would either to go really long, that way the natural weight to it, and then putting on products, possibly using some heat, that would give you a good style. When I say use heat, I don't mean to take the waves out of the beard. All right, because I like the natural texture to it. I think it looks really cool. It kind of gives you a depth to your beard, kind of the 3D effect to it, which really looks cool than if you see, you compare it to somebody that's like everything's completely straight and flat across the front. It just looks different, and both can look very good. So when I say use heat, it's just basically kind of catch the top of it and work on the frizziness, kind of some of the flyaways, and you can put some styling products in it, some butters and some waxes and balms and those kind of things, and kind of get a pretty polished look, even though you've got natural texture to your beard. The other case would be to keep it really short. All right. There is a little bit of an in-between. As you can see, I'm kind of in an in-between stage here. So my beard, I went and cut it quite a bit shorter over the summer. I've been rocking that a while, so more of a kind of a face-shaped beard, but it might be longer than you think. So I've got some hairs that are, a couple inches long. You can see it right there. So a lot of my hair is about that length, which gives me the look I've got with the waves in it. So another thing you can do is you can keep some of the length in the bottom, around the bottom okay, around here, and then taper the sideburns above it. Now, you don't want to do that if you're going for a really long length because you need the width to go along with it. But if you're going to maintain a shorter beard, but you want it to be styled and have a nice shape to it, you can let the goatee area grow and then basically an extension. So I'll probably use one of my pictures here and kind of draw a line on it for you. But you've got to figure out how far down you want that tapering to go. So you've got some options there. So if you go down a little bit further, you have a little less of the waves to deal with on the top, might be a little bit better. So for me, I've been keeping this style for several months now. I think I'll probably go a little bit longer over the fall and winter, and we'll see how it goes. But just a little bit longer in the front, but more so in the back, and get more of that flatter look that maybe if I can find a picture of myself with it, something like this, but maybe about another ½ an inch in the front, but more of like an inch in the back. And that gives me, that's not really a face shaped beard anymore. It would be kind of a beard that's kind of hanging on its own. It's got its own shape to it, if you will. So you create the shape. When you get a beard over a certain length past your chin, you get to create the shape. So if you want to make it look like you've got a nice chiseled chin and jawline, you can do that. So that's probably what I'll do. Like I said, always reflect. You've got some different options. You got to figure out what works. So I'm going to trim my beard one more time because after maintaining it for so many months, I wanted to do a trim video. I've done a lot of trim videos when my beard was that longer length, but I want to do one on a good way to maintain a shorter business type of beard. So what I will do is to cut the bottom of it using some guards, and then I'll do some tapering here, which some guys, you don't really see them do a whole lot of tapering. So I'll figure out how far down I want to go with my taper, and then after that, we'll probably let it grow out. But anyway, I want to give you a little reflection on the waves. Let me know in the comments, do you have waves that you try to battle? Like something, we just have to do the best we can. Do you like waves? I mean, I kind of like the way my beard looks with that texture to it. We always want something we don't have. I don't really try to straighten them out. Do you try to straighten out the waves completely? Now, some waves are different, right? Some waves kind of kick out completely out when it gets to a certain length, and then you really have to try to style it and train it to do some different things. But mine just kind of has that little wave texture to it. When I pull out one of my hairs, it's not a complete corkscrew. You can actually see the waves in it, which is a pretty cool thing. But anyway, I'll leave the video here. Comment below. Be looking for that video. I'll probably shoot it this weekend or early next week and put it up sometime over the next week or so. And if it's already been posted, I'll put a link to it right above. All right. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next video.